Hollywood. That's gooey ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic.
Hello, Hollywood. Welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would like to give a shout out to our fans watching our live video stream presented by our media partner, Variety. I'm Rana Gadban, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting this program. For today's Walk of Fame ceremony, we are honoring one of the most prolific music industry executives of the modern age. Today, Hollywood honors Tommy Mottola, was a 2,676 star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But before we invite him up to the stage, first let me tell you about our honoree. Tommy Mottola, former chairman and CEO of Sony Music Entertainment, is one of the most influential executives in the history of the music industry. Yes. He currently heads the Mottola Media Group, a global media company in New York City, which includes live theater and television production. He's credited with discovering and guiding the careers of such iconic artists as Hall & Oates, Carly Simon, John Mellencamp, Mariah Carey, and Celine Dion. If that weren't enough, Mottola signed and developed Gloria Estefan, Ricky Martin, Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, and Mark Anthony. And in what Time magazine called the Latin Explosion in 1999. Tommy started as a musician and an Epic Records recording artist at the age of 18. 20 years later, he returned to run that very company as Sony Music Entertainment's global CEO. He revitalized Sony's publishing division by acquiring the music catalogs of the Beatles and Michael Jackson. This enabled Sony to become one of the first major labels with commercial digital downloads available. He tripled the company's revenue, selling an estimated 8 billion CDs, resulting in nearly 65 billion in sales. What an accomplishment. Tommy is known for creating new and successful business models such as Sony Signatures, which became the world's largest rock merchandising company. He was also instrumental in the inception and growth of Sony Wonder, a children's label. Tommy is a New York Times best-selling author for his memoir, Hitmaker, The Man and His Music. And he most recently partnered with Entertainment One to develop and executive produce scripted and unscripted TV programming via his Mottola Media Company. His first project, a scripted series called Harlem High, has been set for development at Freeform. He has also produced some of Broadway's smash hit musicals, including Summer, the Donna Summer musical. By the way, coming to the Pantages next month, A Bronx Tale, Groundhog Day, and Jersey Boys. Currently, he's working on the much anticipated Clueless and Johnny Cash musicals. He also produced two well-received HBO documentaries, The Latin Explosion and 15, A Quinceañera Story. Tommy has also been involved in many philanthropic efforts throughout his career. He has given some of his time to such organizations as City of Hope, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation, the T.J. Martell Center for Cancer, and many more organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage our honoree, Tommy Mottola. But before we hear from Tommy, we have a guest speaker who would like to say a few words about our honoree. Our speaker today is a producer, performer, and a Walk of Famer. He has been honored by his native Canada and the US in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He has won 16 Grammys, including 3 for Producer of the Year, an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and 3 Oscar nominations for Best Original Song. Please welcome to the stage, David Foster.
Good morning, everyone. So what I want to suggest is, because I'm a producer, that we turn these speakers a little bit, because these people here cannot hear. Yeah, turn, and turn that one there too, a little bit, okay? So that we can hear what's going on. All right? Can we turn that one? Just turn it. Yeah, there you go. Or that way, or whatever. Is that better? Okay. Quiet, reserved, soft-spoken, gentle, delicate, easygoing, calm, laid back. Tommy Mottola is all of that and much more. Tommy Mottola, on the other hand, is a whole other set of adjectives. Workaholic, extrovert, leader, brilliant, talented, expressive, funny, passionate, handsome, charismatic, loyal, positive, upbeat, charismatic, imaginative, and the best friend anybody could ever ask for. Our friendship started 40 years ago in 1979. Tommy went out on a limb and hired me to produce his smash act, Hall & Oates. It was a hunch on his part. I had absolutely no track record. My first Hall & Oates record failed. But Tommy was persistent, giving me another try. And the second album, well, it failed too. But he never made me feel like I was to blame, even though it was clearly my fault. Tommy has so many talents, but the one that always rises to the top is his ability to identify new talent, nurture it, and see it through to full fruition. His track record is unparalleled. It is so rare to find someone that has an unstoppable and amazing creative side and an equal business killer instinct. And in business, it's true. Tommy rules with a tough fist, but it's not made of iron. It's made of passion, grit, and heart. His managerial years were every artist's dream, relentless, endless, stop-at-nothing pursuit on behalf of all who were lucky enough to be managed by him. His years at Sony were, well, they were textbook. Universities will teach his methods for decades to come. He ushered in a new skill set never before seen at record companies. And when he left, he was the poster boy for the tail end of an era that we will never see again. It was exciting to be anywhere near Tommy Mottola, the swirl of Tommy Mottola. It was thrilling just to get a phone call from him because you knew it was going to lead to something great. Creativity has always just naturally flowed out of him. And all these years later, it shows no signs of running out. Tommy Mottola is pure magic. His drive is infectious, and you have to be 100% on your game to try to keep up with him. His comfort level and enthusiasm is the same, whether he's sitting with a billionaire making a huge deal, or sitting with a songwriter, asking him or her to change a chord to make the chorus a little better. I think his pure love for music is what I admire about him the most. A spectacular businessman with the mind of a musician. What a winning and rare combination. One fun fact I learned that I didn't know: Tommy attended military school. Shit, that's like sending Al Capone to a yoga retreat in Malibu. So, Broadway and fashion are his latest passions, and as expected, he's wrestling them to the ground and conquering both in true Mottola fashion. No stone unturned, taking no prisoners. Will Smith, 50 Cent, Savannah Band, Eminem, The Sopranos, Lil Wayne, and more have all used the name Tommy Mottola in their songs. One Australian band even wrote a song called I Love Tommy Mottola. Probably to kiss his ass to renew their record deal, but Tommy, it's highly possible, I think, that if you hadn't been born, music and pop culture would sound and look a little different today. And that might be the true measure of your success. So I was told I only had 3 minutes. I'm not going to talk about all the artists who he nurtured to stardom, because that would be covered by somebody else. So I will simply close with my words from the words I put into Variety magazine. It reads, on behalf of all the countless people you have helped reach their dreams, including me, thank you from all of us. Thank you to Variety magazine, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame Committee for making such a fantastic and perfect choice today. And congratulations to my dear friend, Thomas Mottola.
We'll tell you. And now I'd like to acknowledge some celebrities that are here with us today supporting Tommy. And I'll start with Tommy's wife, actress and Walk of Famer, Talia. Producer and songwriter, Rodney Jerkins. Music producer, L.A. Reid. Designer, Tommy Hilfiger. Walk of Famers, Emilio Estevan and Gloria Estevan. I would also like to give a shout out to the chairman of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, president and founder of the Hollywood Museum, and vice chair of the California Film Commission, Donnell Dadigan. I also like to give a special shout out to Hollywood Hamburgers and Dolphins located in the W Hotel for their support of today's ceremony. And a huge shout out to our LAPD officers who are always here supporting the Walk of Fame. Thank you, guys. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce is proud to administer the Walk of Fame on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. And now I'd like to welcome to the stage a friend of the Walk of Fame, our Los Angeles City Council member, Mitch O'Farrell.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hollywood and the Tommy Mottola Star Ceremony. I want to start by thanking the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for providing this space so fans from around the world can come here and enjoy this cultural historic landmark. And Tommy Mottola is joined by his wife, Talia, who also has a star right here in this space. Oftentimes, we honor artists that have inspired us through the sound of their voice, their talent behind an instrument, or the vision they bring to the stage, television, or screen. Today, we honor an individual for their remarkable ability to hear exceptional talent and develop the talent's full potential. Tommy Mottola has had an impact on the music of the world that has defined the industry for the last 40 years. Who else can claim that? You have discovered and nurtured artists that have moved us, and like this star on this historic walk, they will live on for generations. You are so much more than a set of talented ears. As an executive, you've shaped the music industry. You had the vision to move the industry in a new direction by harnessing modern technology. It is an honor to stand with you today, knowing that you'll bring incredible music to additional listeners because of what you have pioneered. So on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, we congratulate Tommy Mottola on his incredible success and a star on the Walk of Fame.
Thank you so much, Mitch. And on behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today Tommy Mottola Day in Hollywood. And it's now the time that you all been waiting for. It's time to hear from our honoree. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Tommy Mottola.
Wow. Speechless. Thank you all so much. I want to thank the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce. Getting this award, it becomes an indelible seal of approval of my journey. Thank you. This is a really emotional day for me because I look out at my children, my eldest son Michael, my daughter Sarah, who isn't here with us today, but who's right here in front of me, my little boy Matthew, who's so well behaved, and my beautiful birthday girl Sabrina. That's what makes me happy. So many memories flash in front of me as I listen to everyone speak. But I think back about the days when I grew up in the Bronx and I heard so many styles, exactly, of music in my neighborhood. Let's get down, man. Let's go. The amazing sounds of doo-wop, Sinatra, incredible R&B music, which are the roots of hip-hop today. Rock was starting to emerge, and of course, salsa music was blasting out of everyone's windows. All of those sounds homogenized inside of my head and became the musical DNA that I was grown up with and lived with. But one day when I came home from school, I walked into the house and my sisters had the radio blasting. And something hit me like a lightning bolt. That was Elvis Presley singing "Don't Be Cruel." So I ran out to Cousin's record store on Fordham Road and immediately had to buy that record. I can still remember the cover. It was Elvis's greatest hits, and it had gold records all over the front cover. It was beautiful. It was all I cared about. But then there was one other voice that came right out of my neighborhood, and that was Dion. Elvis was everybody's, but Dion and the Belmonts were ours. And in the words of the great Bruce Springsteen, Dion was the bridge between Sinatra and rock and roll. So I couldn't wait to learn to play the guitar and sing. And by the age of 14, I had my own band. It was called The Exotics, and I'm sure you never heard of them. But so many great musicians around me at that time went on to become world famous. Drummers like Rick Marotta and Andy Newmark, and guitarists like David Spinoza. All my buddies growing up, learning together and experiencing all that great music together. And then I got lucky. I got a record deal and got signed to Epic Records. And I'm sure, thank God, that none of you heard that record either. But I was really fortunate enough to quickly realize that I could accomplish all of my dreams by helping others achieve theirs. So I eagerly began to work as a manager, wanting to do and learn anything and everything that I could. I was like a sponge, soaking up information, making contacts, working 24/7 relentlessly. I'd go into the studio. I don't want to fight the Brinks truck. Go in the studio, make records, going on the road endlessly, booking shows, doing the lighting, even driving the truck if I had to. I really want to thank Darryl Hall and John Oates, who started it all for me, and so many others, like Carly Simon, John Mellencamp, Split Enz, and the Savannah Band, and other giants of our industry like Arif Mardin, Ahmet Erdogan, and Mo Austin, because all of these great talents gave me all of my early schooling. And I have to thank Walter Yetnikoff, a man running CBS Records, for doing the unthinkable. He gave me, a manager at 39 years old, a chance to become the president of the largest record company in the world. I began working with Bruce Springsteen and Barbra Streisand and Michael Jackson and Billy Joel and Bob Dylan, just to name a few. And then we went on to sign and develop such amazing global superstars like Celine Dion and Mariah and Jennifer Lopez and Ricky Martin, Shakira, Beyonce, Mark Anthony, and of course working closely with my family, the Estefans, with Gloria, and creating one of the greatest beautiful music attractions in the world. I mean, how fortunate can one person be? I'm getting this star today because of the brilliance of that talent and those stars. And I was fortunate and blessed to establish and run Sony as the #1 music empire in the height of the golden age of music. What a ride. It was incredible. But then the most important thing in my life happened to me at a time just when I was going through my personal darkest period. And I remember my mother always used to say, when one door closes, another door opens. And then God, with a little help from Emilio and Gloria Stefan, dropped an angel from the skies, my beautiful superstar wife, Talia. Who also received her star in 2013. I am truly beyond blessed. She's changed my life like nothing else before, with light and love every single day, and making me a much better person. And every day that we've been together, she always manages to show me a better way. I love you, baby. I've also been so fortunate over the last several years to accomplish another big dream, and that was to produce great Broadway musicals, like A Bronx Tale, Donna Summer musical, along with bringing Jersey Boys back off Broadway. And now, in preparation and pre-production, we have Clueless and the Johnny Cash musical. I'm also very proud of my new partnership with Entertainment One, creating content, both scripted and non-scripted, for television and film with my partner, Peter Michelli, who, by the way, is really the guy responsible for helping get Netflix off the ground. And I'm also proud to say that after all of this, I stand before you more passionate than I've ever been about what I do every day. It still feels like the first day that I picked up my guitar, or the day I got my first gold record, or the day that I walked into that Sony building to become president of the record company, or like the opening of A Bronx Tale or Donna Summer. Every day I feel that passionate. But most importantly, this star becomes part of my legacy, and it'll live on for my children and for their children. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. I cannot thank you enough for all coming today. Thank you so much.
And it's now time for us to unveil the stars. So join us by cheering, and let's hear it one more time for our honoree, Tommy Mottola. We proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Tommy Mottola.
And guys, everyone on the right. Can we turn her towards us? There you go.
Everyone to the right.
Everyone.
Eye contact straight ahead.
Michael.
And everyone on the right. Oh, again. Gentlemen, straight ahead, gentlemen. Gentlemen, Michael.
And guess right.
Yeah, David, get him there. Okay, everybody straight ahead. Everybody straight ahead. Lily, Tommy! Ah, there we go. Gloria, go! Lily! Lily! Yes, Lily! She has a talk show. All right, let's go, folks. Here we go. Get it, Bob. Tommy. Tommy and Tommy.
Can we get Talia in there? Talia!
Don't make me come over. All right, everybody straight ahead. Here we go. On the right, guys, Tommy B. Talia.
Guys, all of you, thank you for your time.
Bienvenido. All right, guys, everybody. LA, we can't see LA. LA, come forward. LA, come forward. Can't see. Hey, guys, everyone on the right. related to Florida?
He's got a talk show in Miami. There is a show that's my brother in the front.